So once you open Docker first time, it will give you some introduction tools. But since I have installed it before, not showing me for now. Here you will see the containers, images, volumes, MCP toolkits, models, and all. For us, N8N purpose, we will use containers and images more. So when you come first over here in the images, you will not see any of these images. Go to search over here, type N8N IO slash N8N. This is N8N image which we will use for our N8N AI workflow. You confirm that here 100 million plus downloads and latest is selected, then you can click pull. That will pull this image and then we will run it from here. Since I do already have that image, I will run this image from here. These are the settings that we need to do. So here you can give N8N image name, container name, that whatever you want to have it. I will give it as a demo application. Then the port number which you need to give default mostly so that you don't forget it. Host path. So you can create one folder over here where you can save all your N8N data. So based on you are in Linux or Windows, you can give the path. So for me, it is the D drive slash N8N data. So let's say that if you have created a folder in D drive, you can give name like this one. Container path you need to give slash home slash node slash dot in N8N. So this will Docker will store an environment variables which are used for N8N over here. So that way you can give same path. Then you can give some environment variables. As of now, we are not setting up any environment. Later, whenever we need it on authentication or our webhook URLs, so those all environment variables we will set up over here. And once the base settings is ready, you can click run. Okay. Now here our demo N8N is running. And if you see, since I had changed my port number to 5679, it is showing me like this. Okay, now it is setting up our image, basically creating a container from our image based on the configuration that we have given. Okay. Once it ends, you will see this localhost link. You can click on it, and your N8N. So this is how your N8N interface will look like. Here, your all the workflows will come. Here you can see your credentials like API keys which you have configured on your N8N that will appear over here. Then there is a personal, so there also same setup will be there, your N8N and everything. If you go in the templates, you will find so many ready-made templates which you can use. So those templates also you can leverage. But to start with, we will create some of the AI workflows from very basic. Okay, we'll switch back to our main N8N console. So you can create workflow from here. Moment you click over here, this is known as a canvas. So you can draw your nodes over here and create a connection. You click on this plus button to know all the nodes, all the different types of nodes. There are basically three types of nodes. One is a trigger node, which initiates the trigger in your system. Second one is processing node. So those are basically switch cases, some code execution that you want to do, some of the if-else kind of conditions. So those are the logical nodes which will be appear over here. And then there are some application-based nodes like Slack, YouTube, Google Sheets, Google Drive. So all those are the application-based nodes where they perform some type of actions on the external world. We'll look into those nodes differently in a separate session. You can click over here on the plus and you can find out that there is a trigger node. You can pull it over here and place it on the canvas. Place it on the canvas and you can see when clicking execute workflow. So whenever you click over here, it will execute. Okay. So you see whenever I have clicked, it executes a workflow. And you can have one of which node. In these nodes, you can create as many conditions as many you want, and your node can bifurcate your input to the multiple nodes. You can drag and drop these nodes, connect them by just drag and drop. There will be AI models also. You can see over here you have a graph model, OpenAI chat model. Demonstrate how chat model looks like. Now we have this basic LLM. When you receive a chat, you can connect model over here. Like this. Let me rearrange it. This is basic LLM chain we have attached over here. So whenever chat message is received, it is given to basic LLM chain. That message is then forwarded to OpenAI chat model, and whatever response we receive from chat AI model, that we can send next to wherever we want to send, like Slack, or if you want to email, you can email with directly over here by attaching Gmail node. Look for Gmail node. Okay, now here there are different nodes are there. We'll create let's say that create a draft. So later you can approve the draft and then send it. Okay, that's how you can send a chat message, and OpenAI generates the email for you and saves it in your email draft, and from draft you can send email directly. Even there is a Gemini model is also there. And what you want to do in that, you want to analyze audio, you want to transcribe recording, analyze document. There are different type of nodes are there. So based on your need for the workflow, you can choose the node. Over here from Gemini, there are Slack also. Come out of this. When you type over here Slack, so there you will see a different type of Slack nodes also. These are the trigger nodes over here. So when you receive any event on Slack, you want and bot application. So whenever you mention that bot application, which will be listener from AI workflow side in your Slack workspace, we'll look into that also. Then there are some actions based on that. Your node can be, when someone adds a star, that you can trigger a workflow. When someone deletes star, then you can trigger a workflow. There are different action-based nodes are here. We'll look into them with some demo examples from the next video onward.